Is everyone ready? Let's get ready for chemistry!
There are some elements that when they show up in an equation, by themselves, they show up in a pair. Hydrogen is not composed of a cation and an anion, it's just the element hanging out by itself. When you find hydrogen by itself, you find it in a pair. The name for this is diatomic. So hydrogen is diatomic. Oxygen is diatomic. Water, on the other hand, is composed of H pluses and O minus 2s, so it's H2O. So water is an ionic compound. But the hydrogen here and the oxygen are by themselves. They're not in a compound, they're not with anyone. When you find hydrogen by itself, it comes in a pair. When you find nitrogen by itself, it comes in a pair. So hydrogen is diatomic and nitrogen is diatomic. Here we see nitrogen, we see hydrogen. Ammonia is a compound, so the rules don't apply to it. This is an H3 because that's what ammonia is. It's not H2 because hydrogen is not by itself in ammonia, it's with the N. Here's oxygen, it's diatomic. Here's fluorine, fluorine is diatomic. Here's chlorine, chlorine is diatomic. Hydrogen, oxygen. Here's phosphorus. Phosphorus is by itself. Is it diatomic? No. Here's potassium. When potassium's by itself, is it diatomic? No. Here's hydrogen. It is, so there's a 2 there. But there's no 2 here. So there's only certain elements that are diatomic when they're by themselves. Silver is not one of those elements, so when silver is by itself, there's only one of it. So your choices are, it either comes in a pair or it comes by itself. Oxygen comes in a pair, magnesium comes by itself. Potassium comes by itself. Which elements are diatomic? Which elements, when they're by themselves, come in a pair? We've seen hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and iodine. When these things show up by themselves in an equation, they come in a pair. When they are ions, they keep their charge. But when they show up by themselves, they're diatomic. Now there's 7 of them. And you're going to have to remember who these are. You've got a couple of options for remembering. First of all, on the periodic table, these 7 elements make a little 7. So that's one way to remember. There's iodine, bromine, chlorine, fluorine, oxygen, nitrogen, and the freak element hydrogen. So that's 7. Another way that you can remember who these are is some sort of phonetic device. When I was in high school, someone said H. Nofkelbrai, and I was not able to forget that. So I've always remembered that as H. Nofkelbrai. You're going to have to come up with something that works for you. So here's 2 good options, H. Nofkelbrai or the Super 7.